pleased about is the rating on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, because that's higher than The Shawshank Redemption, which is that's a huge surprise. To have a show rated more highly than that is sort of eye-widening.
Well, I don't know if you read reviews, but not only have the viewers turned out, the reviews have been very positive. One
yes,
said,
except the BBC, weirdly. They didn't like it. How weird's that?
For people who haven't seen the first episode yet, how is it different from Top Gear?
It's Top Gear in witness protection, is what it is. As a friend of mine said the other day, a reviewer. It's different because it moves around the world. That's really it. So we're hosted from a tent, which in show 1 was in Los Angeles, 2 is in Johannesburg, 3 is in England. So it moves around the world. The audiences are therefore different. But it's still James, Richard and I. So it's like if you have a glass of champagne and you have it in a bucket or a glass, it's still it's still champagne. And that's really what it is. It's a different vessel. But the show's with different elements about the same.
How are you finding working for Amazon? Have you met Jeff Bezos? What's that like?
No. I had an email from him. I forgot to reply, I've just remembered. But anyway, no, he emailed us to wish us luck, which was nice. And, no, I mean, Amazon, they provide the tool that enables people to see it. And then we clown around. It's an ideal scenario, really. And Amazon's idea of SVOD, you know, is very good. It seems to me to be the future.
You know, it's interesting you say clown around, because initially a lot of people would have said you host a car show, or Top Gear is a car show. It seems like it really has morphed into something else, or the real attraction is the chemistry between the three of you. What do you think it is that appeals to people?
It's so peculiar. I mean, one of the things that's been interesting is that around the world, Top Gear was a very well-known show. Much less so in America. Much less so. It's tiny here compared to how it is in Russia or Middle East or Australia or South Africa. And it's really hard because you find people here saying, "God, what is it? What is the show?" And when it's like trying to explain Hamilton. The first time I heard, you know, they said, well, it's like rap music on a historical thing. Oh, dear, no. But, you know, you can't get
So what do you tell people when they ask what it is?
It's because if you say it's 3 old men who fall over and catch fire, which is what it is, everyone goes, right, I'll be tuning in for that. If you say it's a car show, people say, oh... It's really hard to explain what it is.
How important is humor? Because I love the ad that says, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it seems that that's such an important vein in it.
It is, because most TV shows, when something goes wrong, you cut, you reset, and you start again. We rejoice in failure. There's nothing, because if you win, it's really hard to get your face right. Because you've got to look proud, but you mustn't look boastful. And that's a difficult expression. If you lose, look at me. That's an easy face. Everyone can do that face. And we like losing. James doesn't, but Richard and I like losing. And it is quite funny because we are so different, Richard, James and I. We get on terribly well when we're working.
Not working?
Yeah, well, not working. They're the last people in the world I'd like to see. But it's really hard to explain why it's so popular, because it was the world's most watched TV show, factual TV show.
And that left a great expectation. Amazon spent a lot of money on this. Were you ever worried at any point about living up to the expectations out there?
Amazon spent far less than Netflix would have you believe. It's nowhere near as expensive as people have been saying.
Really?
No.
Do you know how much it costs to make? Have they?
Of course I do. And I wouldn't tell you. We don't talk about, you know, how much money we're earning. It's just not a British thing. But way less than all the speculation. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I'm earning $300 million a year?